Back to Fox Top Story. President Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, asking a judge to delay a lawsuit from adult film star Stormy Daniels. Cohen's lawyers say they need the delay because Cohen is also facing his own criminal investigation, in case you haven't heard. Anahita Sedaghatfar is here. She practices civil litigation in both state and federal court. And you think the judge grants this stay?
Absolutely, Trace. The Fifth Amendment is one of the most sacred rights that we have, our civil rights. And I can tell you that courts routinely will stay civil cases for a period of time if there's a criminal case or even if there's a pending criminal investigation. So while I respect Avenatti's desire to have the world hear the truth and hear the truth in a quick way, his desire does not trump the Fifth Amendment or the Constitution of the United States.
Jonathan Hunt was just reporting the judge came out a bit ago and he said, look, I want to hear Michael Cohen say that he's going to take the fifth in this thing by Wednesday, I guess, of next week. He wants this to be all wrapped up before he makes a decision on this thing. Is that standard procedure?
It's standard. He will say, I will plead the fifth. And I can tell you that if the court does not grant the stay, which I think the court will, Mr. Cohen can still plead the fifth throughout the entire civil case. So if he gets a deposition, if he gets discovery, document requests, he is well within his legal rights to plead the fifth and say, I'm not answering any questions, I'm not producing any documents, and I'm not going to answer anything even under oath in a deposition. And contrary to what Avenatti said, a jury cannot make a negative inference from Michael Cohen taking the fifth in the civil case. The law is clear in California, and the jury will be instructed that they can't even consider the fact that a defendant pleads the fifth in a civil case. They can't even contemplate that in their deliberations. So Michael Avenatti is wrong with that statement.
Worst case scenario for us, for the president in this case.
Yes.
What's the downside for him? It seems like Cohen's saying, look, I'm not talking. The judge says, okay, we move on. What's the worst case scenario?
Well, the worst case is that Cohen will be, compelled to testify under oath and say something that could possibly hurt Donald Trump. But again, Trace, highly unlikely. I've been before this judge before. He's reasonable. He follows the law. And if he does the right thing, he will stay this civil case. It's only a 90-day request. It's not unreasonable. It's
fascinating. I want to move on to the DNC lawsuit, but first, just a quick question on the whole idea of Rod Rosenstein. The President Trump saying that Rosenstein told him that he is not a target in this investigation. We're talking Michael Cohen, the raid, and so forth. And my question is, how would Rosenstein know that? We don't even know what they took out of here. We know we have a list of what they took, but we don't know exactly what they gleaned in this thing.
My thoughts exactly. How would he know? We do know, though, that the search warrants did want to seek documents regarding this $130,000 payment. They did want documents regarding Stormy Daniels, the bank account that was used to make this payment. And so I would really disagree with that statement because he would not know. And I think the facts show that possibly that Trump will be implicated or that the feds are looking at Trump's involvement in that $130,000 payment.
Onto the DNC, they're now suing President, Wikileaks, blah, 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 on and on. What are they looking for?
That is unprecedented. I can tell you, some people say this is a political stunt. Others are saying this is really the DNC's way to kind of do their own fact-finding, to sort of do a parallel investigation to Mueller's investigation. I don't know if that case will move forward, but if it does, discovery trace works both ways. So, the Trump organization can certainly subpoena documents and get documents from the DNC, Hillary Clinton emails, DNC emails. Why wasn't the server protected more when they were aware that there might be some hacking going on? So discovery works both ways. I don't know if the judge will even allow that case to move forward.
It's amazing because, Trump is bringing in Rudy Giuliani with the idea of kind of getting this whole thing over, the Mueller investigation, getting it all wrapped up. And now it seems like the DNC would like it to last a little while longer.
Yeah, and that's what some people are saying. This is really a political stunt. They're also suing Russia. There's something called immunity. So I don't know how they're going to proceed with a civil lawsuit in federal court against Russia. So we'll have to wait and see. I think Giuliani is a good add to the team.
Yeah, Russia's not going to fly over anytime and say, okay, we're in, we're game.
Yeah, Russia's not going to sit for deposition. I guarantee you that.
Anahita Sedaghatfar, great to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you for having me. Well,